Hi everyone, Evie here, the Greek goddess of great reading. Today I'm here with my sister Lily.
Hello.
And we will be, like I said in my last video, tearing apart the Percy Jackson movies.
So many comments were made.
Yes.
We wrote them down.
We have notes.
We have notes.
So, starting with, this is going to just be The Lightning Thief. So, from book to movie. She's read the books as well. She's a little rusty because she hasn't read them in a while, but we watched the movie last night. So, we'll just get started. What's the first thing?
Okay, the first opening scene where Poseidon's coming out of the water. He would burst into flames if he wasn't in water, in his true form. Because when he first comes out, he's in his true form as like a huge, like giant person. So he would, like, if he wasn't in the water, he would like...
And that person who sees him would also burst into flames because they can't look at the god's true form without that happening, especially a mere mortal. We put Sean Bean is good choice for Zeus.
Yes. We liked him.
We liked it. So that was a good choice. Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Yeah.
He didn't die in this one.
Yeah, at least Zeus doesn't die.
Okay, Grover's character in general isn't as like outspoken and like cool, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
He's more of like a nerdy type, and I pictured him in my head when I read the books as like smaller.
Yeah.
Not so buff, but...
Not in the first movie anyway, because he does grow as the series progresses, but he's supposed to be like, I feel like he's supposed to be smaller than Percy.
Yeah, I thought that too, even though he's like his protector, but he's kind of not really because
super buff.
Yeah, I don't know, I didn't think that casting, we didn't think that casting was a good choice.
No, I like the guy who plays Grover, but it wasn't the best, like, casting. It's a weird, like, I don't know, I feel differently about it.
Oh, by the way, for people who haven't read the books, they're supposed to be 12 years old when the books start.
Yeah.
And they're clearly in high school because they're reading Othello. Like, they're not going to read that when they're 12 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that bothered me too. Because...
it just kind of speeds everything up too much because... like, there's certain relationships that develop a lot faster than they do in the books, so because of the age difference, I
believe they did that, though, because I don't think they were expecting to make another movie. I don't think they thought it would be, like, a great hit.
Well, it wasn't, so why did they make another movie?
I don't know, I guess people were, like, they wanted it.
So, there are spoilers here for the books and the movies, so
we probably should have made, like, a disclaimer.
If you're watching this, just, duh. But, yeah. So Percy, like, has a fight with a Fury, and he's supposed to, like, in the book, sort of think he dreamed it all or imagined it all, but he thinks he's going crazy. And then his mom and him are supposed to go on a camping trip to their cabin, so that's how he suddenly gets to camp. But in the movie, it happens way too quickly, and it's...
I feel like a lot of things in the movie were just, like, sped up. Probably just to fit, like, the 2-hour time period, but...
I guess so. Yeah, it just gives a different dynamic to everything, I guess.
Percy finds out too quickly about, like, the fact that he is the son of Poseidon and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, he's not even supposed to know.
Yeah, when he gets to camp, he's originally put in the Hermes camp because everyone assumes that he's the son of Hermes.
No, they don't assume he's the son of Hermes. Hermes is the god of travelers, so everyone who's undetermined goes in Hermes' cabin.
And that's where he meets Luke.
Yeah. So we're going too far. Let's backtrack. Grover comes to Percy's house to get his mom, and somehow Percy's mom seems to know who Grover is, even though they've never met before, and
there's probably some, like, backstory where, like, she knows that he's his protector, but, like, they should have made that more clear in the movie. Yeah,
because it just seems like
he just kind of comes in and he's like,
Sally, Percy needs to go. Who the hell are you? Like,
that's what I would have done.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird. So some of these things might get a little nitpicky, as with this next point, but take it away.
Oh, okay. When the Minotaur is killed, he's supposed to dissolve into dust. He's not supposed to just, like, lie there. Like, he's a regular cow, because he's not.
Yeah, as most monsters are supposed to do that in the book. When they get killed, they're supposed to, like, go poof into dust, and then eventually, centuries later or whatever, they get reborn. But it didn't happen with the Minotaur. Annabeth is one of our biggest issues in this movie. She is supposed to be introduced nursing Percy back to health after he has the battle with the Minotaur. But she's introduced fighting with a whole bunch of other people in armor, and her hair is not blonde.
One of the notes I wrote in big capital letters, Annabeth is nurturing and blonde.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be like really nice and sweet, but she can like protect herself.
Yeah.
But she's supposed to be like really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
she still gives Percy a hard time, but she's not as sort of like vicious and physically aggressive as the character in this movie is.
yeah, which kind of confuses people because like if you read the books, that character that Annabeth is like portraying is basically Clarice. Like that is what she's like.
Yeah, Clarice is a daughter of Ares, and when I saw this girl in the movie, I thought it was Clarice, but then Grover's like, oh, that's Annabeth. I'm like, what? That's Annabeth?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't really fit her like character in the book at all.
No, and a lot of people were mad about that because
Yes.
in the next movie they made her blonde. So Grover goes around after Percy wakes up from his sort of when
He fights the Minotaur.
yeah, and Grover explains everything to him, that he's a god and whatever, and like half god. But Chiron is supposed to do that. Chiron is a centaur who's a teacher at the camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's supposed to do that, not Grover. Another nitpicky thing, but just
Well, I mean,
it kind of gives a different
if we're relating
feel.
if we're relating it back to the books, like these are things we need to talk about.
So Percy's mom dies, but is killed by the Minotaur. Apparently, Percy thinks, and when he finds out like it wasn't all a dream, he like cheers up a bit. But then it goes to the next scene, and everything
It's just
is fine.
totally downplayed because considering he has like no one else, you'd think he'd be more upset that his mother is dead.
Yeah,
But it doesn't seem that way.
no, and it was really
So it kind of just alludes to the fact that
She's not dead, yeah.
So it's like it wasn't really that like when you found out she's actually alive, it's not
A big
super
surprise,
surprising
yeah.
because it kind of alludes to that already. So
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that, but yeah. Luke's character, the actual actor who plays him, is a good choice for. Yeah, he looks like very mischievous and like he could be a son of Hermes, but in the books, Luke is supposed to have a big scar on his face because he went on a quest a long time ago and he got in a fight with a dragon, and so he's supposed to have this scar from that battle. But in the movie, he doesn't have that, and that's probably the only qualm I really have with that character.
yeah, I was happy with the casting and everything.
Yeah.
He was definitely like how I pictured him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise he's perfect. He's handsome.
Yeah, well, So they kind of just jump to the capture the flag scene, but there's supposed to be more that happens. Like Clarice is supposed to be introduced.
Yeah.
And
She bullies Percy.
She bullies Percy. Like she puts his head in the toilet or whatever.
She tries to.
But then he can like control water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really work out.
Remember, he still doesn't know he's a son of Poseidon, right?
So I mean, surprised he hasn't figured it out yet, considering he could do all this shit with water.
I know, but people are dumb sometimes.
Yeah, and he's supposed to figure out that he's son of Poseidon in the capture the flag.
Yeah, yeah.
Because with the water thing, if you've seen the movie where like he like heals himself with the water, that's where like because everyone else is around, so they all are like, oh my god, like he's son of Poseidon.
Mm-hmm. And then
which is a pretty big freaking deal.
Yeah, and then like a trident is supposed to appear like as a symbol above his head after he like wins a capture the flag because he uses powers to heal himself and get a big tidal wave of water to dump on Clarice, who is the one he's fighting in capture the flag. Not
Annabeth. That's also another thing. I forgot to put that down.
As it is in the movie. Yeah. We know she's the daughter of Athena, but Athena is not like Ares, who is rash in battle.
Yeah, like Athena is the goddess of war strategy, so she should be more like strategic rather than just like, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, so I don't really like that.
First of all, he's supposed to have not really trained at all to be able to fight people, because there's that one big scene where he like heals himself and he starts like fighting all the people with like the red things.
Yeah.
So the thing I said is that his strength is with water, not like being able to fight, because he hasn't really trained yet.
Yeah, not at first. He does get better.
He obviously, but like over time, he gets better. But right now, all he can really do is like control the water.
Mm-hmm. Like his ADHD does help with him fighting because it's his like battle reflexes. Yeah. But he's not trained, and this is his first battle. Like
and he's like defeating
like really
everyone.
Good.
Yeah, it's
people
like
in the Ares cabin.
It's just unrealistic.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. it makes him seem like he's a lot bigger than he is, like a bigger deal than he is.
Yeah.
Like I know he's the son of Poseidon, but he's not like, I'm a god, an actual god. So Annabeth, Grover, and Luke are supposed to be friends because they actually journeyed together to Camp Half-Blood like years ago. But the way they are portrayed in the film is
It's like they haven't known each other. They don't know each other. Like
yeah, yeah. Luke doesn't really talk to Annabeth the way you would think, because like they care about each other a lot, and Grover and Annabeth, like it just doesn't seem like there's any connection there until Percy like goes on his little journey and they come with him, and then they are friends. But otherwise, it doesn't seem like they're like they're friends, which they're supposed to be.
He doesn't go to the Oracle before leaving the camp.
Yeah,
He's supposed to go to the Oracle to get his quest given to him.
yeah.
But instead he's like, I'm leaving. Just peace out.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah. So
So that was kind of something that would have been a cool scene to have had in the movie, to have like the Oracle. That would have been really cool.
they have the Oracle in the second movie.
Yeah, but
they ruined that too. Just saying, we'll get to that. They ruined that too.
Oh no. But yeah, so that would have been cool to have, but they didn't do it, which was kind of like a huge thing, because I'm pretty sure the Oracle like alludes to other things that are gonna happen, right?
Yes, because there's this big prophecy surrounding Percy, or one of the sons of the children of the big three, who are Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus, and it's just like that's kind of the big like storyline that goes throughout the whole series. So it's supposed to kind of come up, but it doesn't really come up yet. In the movie, they go on the road and they automatically get to Auntie M's
Garden Emporium.
which is the lair of Medusa. But in the book, a lot more stuff happens. Like they're on a bus and they destroy a bus. The
Because their
Furies,
Furies come around.
yeah, the Furies come back and try to get Percy because they think he's the lightning thief. And then he sees the three fates and he sees them snip a string, so he thinks that it's his string that they're snipping. So a lot of like cool stuff happens before they actually get.
Which would have been cool to have in the movie.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
But they went straight to this Emporium.
Yeah. It was kind of uneventful. They just went on a bus and then they're like, oh, we're here.
Yep. They played a good song though. They played Highway to Hell.
That was
which is very appropriate because Percy is going to the underworld to find
It's
his
just
mother.
too obvious though. That's what
know,
bothers me. It's
I
like that's so obviously like there.
Yeah, but it makes perfect sense.
It's
Like,
just
there's
funny.
never been a more accurate song.
Annabeth is supposed to have been given a cap of invisibility from her mother, Athena.
It's like a New York Yankee.
And yeah, it's like a New York Yankees cap, and like that helps a lot in the books for doing certain things, but she doesn't have it
at all.
So, yeah.
So I think a lot of things got switched around because they forgot about that little detail or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they wanted to make it harder for them, maybe, and so they just didn't. Put that
like
in
more
there.
of a challenge or something.
Yeah, because that's like Harry Potter and his cloak of invisibility. That shit gets you anywhere.
Yeah, like it's really helpful. And yeah, but she didn't have it, so it kind of made things difficult. There is no Hydra in the first book at all, ever.
Yeah.
But then they're attacked by a Hydra in the Parthenon in Nashville.
So it's what?
They just threw that in there.
Yeah. Well, considering I can't remember the Parthenon at all, yeah, I don't think there was a Hydra.
There's
there.
no Hydra there. Oh yes, when they go to the Lotus Casino in Las Vegas, they are like in there
And
they're trapped basically because they're eating the lotus flowers and they're like they want to stay. They're basically being drugged.
Yeah.
No one talks about that though.
No. I love when Percy's like, we should stay here, guys. It's like they're on E. It's pretty funny, actually.
But yeah, so Percy like figures it out because his father tells him like stop eating, like they're trying to trap you here. And then he talks to the guys playing like the pinball machine and he's like from the 70s and he's like, oh shit.
This guy's been in here since the 70s.
Yeah, so he goes and finds Annabeth and Grover and he's like, we have to get out of here. And it just seems like I feel like because they just like met him, well not Grover, but Annabeth more so, they should have been taken more convincing rather than just like, okay, let's go, because they're like,
also they're drugged.
They're drugged.
And they didn't stop, because he stopped eating the lotus flowers. They were still eating them. So it took him a bit of time to realize, and he needed proof, that this was like bad. So I feel like it would have taken them, especially Annabeth, like some more convincing, and Grover, because he was being like touched by all these beautiful women. Like, he does not want, why would he
want to go?
Yeah, exactly. So that was just kind of unrealistic again. So when they finally do get to the underworld, in the book, Percy and Annabeth and Grover go through like these big fields, like there's the Elysium fields they see, fields of asphodel, and all these different areas of the underworld. But when they go there in the movie, they just go straight to the like River Styx, and there's a ferryman there that like takes you across the River Styx.
Also, the River Styx is not a river.
It's not a river.
It's like
a floating air current.
Yeah, he's just like the boat is moving, but it's like an air.
Yeah. So
it's in a river. It's really
I know.
weird.
I wish it was actually a river. That would have been, you know. I thought it would be black with like souls and stuff in it. You know, like. Kind of like in Hercules, the animated movie. I don't know, that's what I pictured it to be like. Oh, can I just say quickly, Cerberus is nowhere. And Cerberus is one of the coolest parts of hell. The three-headed dog that guards Hades' gates.
There's 2 dogs.
They're hellhounds, though. They're not Cerberus. There's a difference.
I know, but there is like 2 dogs.
There's 2 dogs, but they aren't Cerberus. Cerberus is the shit. Hades in the movie looks like Mick Jagger. A very small, funny version of Mick Jagger. And
it's not supposed to be.
No, in the book he's supposed to be like slick and kind of oily and he's supposed to be in his big form and scary, right?
Yeah, but like when you're talking to Mick Jagger lookalike, I don't think you're that scary.
You're laughing because he looks so ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
The note I wrote was Persephone ain't no hoe.
Oh my god.
She's not trying to like hook up with everyone because she like is clearly interested in Grover when they get to the underworld.
Yeah.
But that's not how she is. Like
No.
she's in love with Hades, but she just hates being in hell. That's all.
Yeah, and like
she doesn't hate Hades.
She in like the legends, I'm pretty sure Persephone does fall in love with someone else. I don't remember his name, but they're looking for these pearls that can take them back out of the underworld before they even get to the underworld. Yeah. And that kind of alludes to the fact that Persephone has a lot of visitors in hell, so she leaves these pearls around for them to get, and so they can leave hell. Yeah, so it kind of alludes to her having a lot of male visitors. Which isn't really true. No, she's kind of dressed a little, you know...
Provocatively.
Yeah, a bit provocatively, and she's very suggestive with Grover.
Yeah.
And she just isn't like that. Like, she hates hell. That is pretty obvious. But she just isn't like that. And Persephone isn't even supposed to be in this book because it's spring. It's summer. You know where she's supposed to be? With her mom up above. Like.
True.
Yeah, no one remembers that.
True.
Right? Okay, the whole lightning bolt scheme to have like Hades discover Percy with it is Ares, the god of war, is supposed to show up. That's what happens. Ares, I remember this last night. Instead of them going to the Parthenon, they were supposed to go to this Waterland Park. Ares tasked them with going there to find his shield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So he tasks them going there, and then when they come back, he says he'll give them money and give them supplies and stuff. So he gives Percy this backpack, and in the backpack he's enchanted to hide the lightning bolt to just come like appear when he's in the underworld.
Yeah.
So guess what? Hades sees the lightning bolt sticking out of there. Ares was the one who planted it there all along, not Luke as it is in this movie. Even though Luke is involved with everything,
yes,
Ares has a bigger role.
Yes. But he's like not even in the movie at all.
No, you never see him anywhere. And I don't know, just I like the gods. They're cool, so I wish you would see them more.
Yeah, there's only that like one scene at the end.
Okay, I'm gonna explain this too. She's having some memory issues.
Just like the end for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's very muddled, because I was having a hard time too. But Luke in the movie fights Percy before he goes up Mount Olympus, but in the book that's not what happens. Percy leaves the underworld, goes to Mount Olympus, and when he gets back to camp, him and Luke are like having a sparring match and whatever. Then Luke has him go into the forest with him for some reason, but then Luke tries to kill him with a scorpion that he releases on him.
Yep,
and
I
then
remember
Luke
this now.
runs away. So that's what happens in the movie. He's like fighting him. Oh, in the movie, how Luke talks when he comes to Percy at the top of the Empire State Building. Well, you weren't supposed to make it out of there alive.
His facial emotions do not change.
No.
Like his mouth will move a little bit,
But his
eyes are just the same. Just
like, Percy Jackson, I'm the lightning thing.
It's so awkward. I'm like, you should be a little bit more intimidating if you want to fight this guy. Like,
It was so fun. It was so funny.
I thought that was really hilarious.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I have wrong with Luke's.
Yeah, you need some more
the actor.
expression.
Yeah, I just need to express more. He ends up after everything is done, after he gives back the lightning bolt to Zeus and everything.
And summer's done. Camp is done.
Yeah, camp is done because it's only a summer thing.
Well, they can stay there year round, but Percy does decide to go back to school and go to a different school.
Yeah, so he goes back to school. He
But-
does not go back to the camp like he does in the movie.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna stay there forever. It's
Yeah.
not, I'm gonna miss you. I'm like, but you're supposed to go back to live with your mom.
Grover ends up being like a whatever protector,
third-
senior protector or something.
In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie he becomes a senior protector, gets his horns, blah blah, blah. Awesome, great. But in the book, he actually becomes a searcher.
Which is a special thing for satyrs because his storyline, which is really cool, is that all satyrs have been looking for thousands of years for the wild god Pan because he's been missing. And that's what they all want to do, and that's what Grover wants to do, and that's what happens at the end of this book. He's supposed to become a searcher, so then he goes to search for Pan, and that's supposed to like lead into the next book.
I hate the final scene. That's it.
Yeah.
The scene with Annabeth and Percy where she tries to like kiss him and everything.
And then it's like, psych!
And then she's like, actually, I'm just distracting you because I'm gonna fight you all the time.
Yeah, all the time, because I'm a warrior.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
Really.
Their relationship in general was just sped up completely. Also because they're older, like, they're not 12-year-olds, they're like 14, 15, 16-year-old. I don't know how old they're supposed to be, but they're in high school, so...
And she doesn't call him Seaweed Brain once.
Oh my god, that was your issue.
Because it's like her thing, and it's an insult at first, but then it's
like a term of endearment.
Yeah, and it's, I'm so annoyed with that.
So, that is the movie.
That's it for The Lightning Thief, guys. I don't know how many minutes this turned out to be, but a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of griping. Next time we'll be back with the Sea of Monsters comparison, shredding.
Should be exciting.
Yes, because that one I had a lot of issues with too. So we will see you guys next time, and until then, keep reading. Bye.